This is from NFL Network's Good Morning Football, and it's Kyle Brandt talking about teams that are on the cusp of winning their first Super Bowl. This is from a list that haven't won it. Take a listen to who Kyle Brandt feels is on the cusp here.
I think there's some interesting ones to answer this question that stick out. Like, I find this very interesting.
Wait,
way
you gotta
down
see in the
here.
middle. You gotta see in the middle.
I know, but I'm talking about the whole map.
Oh, okay.
I find some things interesting. I think that one is. They have Vrabel and they have Henry and they have Tannehill and they're all the way down. Like with these guys starting over. But the answer to my question is this one. I think this is also fascinating. Do they deserve to be in here? I think they do. I really do. And I talk about this all the time whenever the Browns come up, which is not often. There's this sort of weird taboo about the Browns that we've been living in for the past year and a half that we are now forced to break through because they're unbelievably talented. They have a top 3 defensive player. They have a coach who is coach of the year. They have Deshaun Watson. They got great players. I think they're going to win some games this year.
Yeah.
And we're going to have to start talking about the Browns as a football team. I actually think it's the Browns, and I think they could surprise people in that division.
And Mary Kay, I can't argue the roster, I think, is at that level.
You know, some weird word choices there, right?
Yes.
You know, forced to talk about the Browns and break through a taboo. And I don't know if that's code for Deshaun Watson off the field issues. It could be, because I think a lot of people feel that way. So maybe that's what he's talking about. But certainly from a talent standpoint, I mean, think about it. You know, when's the last time the Browns have had a quarterback like this and everything else that they have? This is the most talented roster that I've covered. Sure, it has to come together. It has to be coached right. It has to be called right. The culture has to be there. But I really think that there's a chance that this team can be pretty good.
Yeah, and as with any football season, you have to have a little bit of luck to reach what the roster's potential is.
Oh, absolutely. You have to have health. You have to have, there are certain things that go on with your opponents. I mean, you can catch breaks like there's no tomorrow. You can have, you know, the toughest quarterback in your lineup, you know, might have the flu that week. I mean, you have to be able to catch little breaks along the way. Your guys have to stay healthy. Some of the calls have to go your way. So there's all kinds of things that go into it. And the margin for error is very, very slim.